Hi there, my darling Sagittarians. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of September the 22nd, 2025. So, my darling Sagittarians, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Sagittarians, what messages does Sagittarius need to know for this week of the 22nd? How has everybody been coping with those eclipses that we've had? I mean, they have been super intense. So I do feel, though, that the energy in October will be a lot lighter, a lot more clearer, things like that. So, all right, let's see what we have for you. Thinker. So I feel, this thinker card is all about, maybe thinking, obviously. No shit, Sherlock. Thinking about your words before you speak them. That's what popped into my head as soon as I looked at this card, my darling Sagittarians, is to think before you speak, think before you act. My darling Sagittarians, I feel that it will benefit you to not be too spontaneous in, just blah, saying what you think before thinking about it. My darling Sagittarians, that's what I'm getting off the thinker card here. So, take that how it resonates, but I feel you're being asked here to just, maybe think before you act, think before you speak this week, my darling Sagittarians. But let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Sagittarians. What does Sagittarius need to know for this week of the 22nd? Six of Pentacles. Justice. Wow. This is Leo just about had the same cards here. So yeah, there's your thinking there, my darling Sagittarians. So yeah, I'm looking at this straight away and I'm feeling that, we've got two very similar energies here. I always feel that the Justice card, the Six of Pentacles, is the minor arcana for me, as a reader of the Justice card. So you've got two cards here of justice and balance, with this two scales of balance here. So yeah, with this thinker card here, I will go through everything, but I just I read intuitively, and when the messages are coming in at me, I have to get them out of my head, otherwise I can't sort of move on. But I feel that this here is this. Your Eight of Swords here is this, overthinking, my darling. So I got the messages of think before you act, but I feel, now with what else has come out, that you may be overthinking as well, my darling Sagittarians. So anyway, let us. I will get into that in a second. But so what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'll intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Six of Pentacles, and as I said, this to me as a reader is the minor arcana version of the Justice card with the scales of balance here. But it is also a card of reciprocity. It's a card of giving and receiving as well. That balance of, giving and receiving. What we give out comes back to us, my darling Sagittarians. So I feel what is important for you is to make sure that you are balancing that give and take off this card. Don't take too much, don't give too much at this time, my darling Sagittarians, because like I said, with that, when I saw the rest of the reading, with the Eight of Swords there, I feel that you may be overthinking a situation, or not thinking before you say something, not thinking before you act, not thinking before you make a decision here, or, take advice from someone, think, my darling Sagittarians, I feel that you need to maybe, yeah, like I said, don't make a hasty decision. Think something through. You're being encouraged here to balance whatever energies are being put before you this week, my darling Sagittarians. But I do feel that, with the energy here, that balance will be restored, because you've got the Justice card as well, my darling Sagittarians. So, yeah, I'm not worried about this at all. I don't feel that there's anything to worry about here, because you've got beautiful Lady Justice here. And as I said, this could be some kind of karmic justice that is coming to you after this period of you overthinking, thinking too much about something, or, really wanting something to happen. This could be you here, maybe you've been wanting to get the outcome of a court case or insurance policy or payout or something like that, my darling Sagittarians. I feel that this week you will hear, good or bad. I feel that you'll get your karmic rewards here, your karmic justice, my darling Sagittarians. I mean, and only you will know if that's good or bad, my darling. I don't feel this is bad at all, so don't think that, I'm not a doomsday reader anyway, but I definitely do not feel that there is anything bad here. I feel that you, with the Eight of Swords here, may be internalizing something or catastrophizing something within, my darling Sagittarians, and you need to change that. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But with the beautiful Justice card here, I do feel that this is to do with, some kind of karmic justice coming in, karmic reward coming in, balance. As I said, with the scales of balance here, that there will be some kind of, balance being restored, my darling Sagittarians. And then you have, like I said, the Eight of Swords here. And you can see, she's got blindfolds in the tarot are often, can mean that we need to trust our intuition as well. But you can see here, she's only got her hand up there. She could easily take that blindfold off, remove these bindings from herself, and step out of this self-imposed restriction that she has created for herself. And I feel you're being encouraged, my darling Sagittarians, this week to do that. Get out of that self-imposed restriction. Remove the blindfold, my darling Sagittarians, so you can see clearly. Like I said, with that Thinker card, I feel that, you're overthinking, you're over-catastrophizing. I can't even say the word. Catastrophize. Whatever. You know what I mean. You're over-worrying, my darling Sagittarians. So, and what I'm drawn to here is this water here on this card. You're being encouraged to take the blindfold off, remove the bindings, and step into the flow of life, my darling Sagittarians. That's what I'm getting off this card for you. So if I'm going to put it all together, probably already have mentioned it, but I feel there is something to do with overthinking, making sure that you think before you act, think before you speak, think before, you do anything, is what I feel, my darling Sagittarians. But don't overthink either with this Eight of Swords here. Don't keep yourself in this self-imposed restriction when you have the energy to be able to balance that energy and bring back, restore balance, reciprocity, my darling Sagittarians. I feel that, you have some kind of balance will be restored if you can get yourself out of this self-imposed restriction, my darling Sagittarians. So yeah, some big energies there for you, but I feel that there's definitely balance, ready to be restored for you if you are ready to receive it, my darling Sagittarians. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I'm very active and interactive in the comments. So if you know, something resonates with you, please, you know, put it in the comments below. Or if you can see something that I can't, drop it in the comments. I do not mind at all. All right, let's get final messages for you. Be assertive. Yes, my darling Sagittarians. That is part of the Ace of Swords. Be assertive. Ace of Swords, Eight of Swords. Get out of that self-imposed restriction. Be assertive. Take yourself out of that. Yeah, communicate clearly. You know, if there is something that is on your mind, speak it out loud, my darling Sagittarians. If you need to, ask for help from others. People are around you, my darling Sagittarians. If you need support, you need help, ask your angels. Ask, you know, people that you trust, my darling Sagittarians. You wait. This has come up a lot. So every single reading I've done so far, this card has come up. So I feel that there could be a lot of energy of people wanting to rush in to things, but you're being encouraged here to wait. And choose a new direction. So, you know, and that could be part of the thinker that's been here, that you may have been overthinking, you know, a situation too much and just trying to rush in. But I feel here that you're being encouraged to wait, you know, wait till you feel that balance is restored, my darling Sagittarians. Don't rush into anything, and don't, you know, what I said was think before you act, think before you speak, think before you rush in, my darling Sagittarians. And I feel that that's probably what that wait card is all about for you. So thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.